Hello everyone, Ryan here. So a while ago I reviewed the movie Alien Covenant, and I definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. If you want to check out that review, it is spoiler free. I'll provide a link to that down below in the description area. So yeah, for this one, it will be filled with spoilers, but I didn't want to do like just another straight up traditional kind of review. So that's why I've decided to just call this like a spoiler talk instead of a spoiler review. Mostly because, I already reviewed it. So, yeah, I'll just get right into it here. Again, if you haven't seen this movie yet, you might not want to watch this. Or you could also just check out the link down below so you can watch my spoiler-free review. So, yeah. So I'll get right into it here. David the android, of course, Michael Fassbender gives an awesome performance as David. Also as the other android in this movie, Walter. I know I mentioned before, but yeah, he's definitely my favorite, absolute favorite in this movie. Also in the previous movie, Prometheus, he definitely just was able to channel, I guess, his innermost android. One thing that I really found interesting, though, was that the fact that David, the android, was actually had no qualms with, like, he had no problem with completely destroying the entire race of engineers. Of course, on that one planet where he had been for, I don't know, I want to say a period of 10 years or so. I was surprised by that. But then eventually when I thought about it for a little bit, it made sense to me. Because obviously, you know, he wanted to, it's kind of like he wanted to become a god in his own right. And he had already essentially come to the conclusion that he believed himself to be a god because of the fact that he's an android. He is immortal. He does not succumb to sickness. Really, he can't even really technically be destroyed because of the fact that he would be able to, because in Prometheus, he got his head cut off, pulled off, and he was able to eventually be repaired with the help of that other person, the girl Elizabeth something. So yeah, it makes sense. It eventually made sense to me that he sees himself as a god, and that when he came upon this planet of engineers, the ones who were essentially the architects of the human race, and who knows how many other races and planetary civilizations. And so for him it was a no-brainer, I guess. And I don't even really know if he technically has a brain. I guess as far as androids go, they have some kind of network or something that mimics some kind of neural network that can technically be called a brain or something similar to a brain. I don't know. That's one thing that I do kind of hope gets answered somewhat in these movies. In the next movie, if there is going to be a next movie, which I do hope there will be. Because despite all these other people who were saying that they didn't like this movie, which to me still does not make sense, even though some time has passed since then. To me it doesn't make sense. If you're not, I guess I will say, if you don't like sci-fi, you're not going to like this movie. Or if you just consider yourself to be the casual science fiction fan, you're probably not going to like this movie. And especially if you're not a fan of horror and bloody stuff and stuff that just kind of jumps out and shocks you, then yeah, obviously it's a good chance you won't like this movie. But for me, yes, I definitely liked it. I still remain firm on my rating of it at a 10 out of 10 tamales. I look forward to seeing it again. I mean, I've only seen it once so far, but I have gone back and rewatched a couple of the trailers, and it's just very awesome. Another thing that I liked about this movie was the fact that it kind of builds up towards the storyline of the original Alien franchise, which was started back in, I want to say, late 80s, around that time. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I mean, the way this one ends, now another thing I want to talk about is the ending. Of course, I pretty much knew all along that David, took over and he assumed the identity of the other android, Walter. Because yeah, I mean, that just made sense to me. And then the way when it ended, of course, when he helps put the crew back into cryogenic hibernation, yeah, it made sense to me. Because I know, like, there were still some other people that were saying they were kind of confused about that part or something like that. That I guess, I don't know, they expected that he was just going to right away kill the entire crew or something, but he didn't, and for good reason, because once he ends up breeding more of these alien creatures, then the crew will essentially be like the host bodies, I guess, or possibly even just serve as food, or which, yeah, is a grim thing to think about. But hey, that's the kind of android that David has become. So, yeah, all around, I guess, I don't want to ramble on and on about this because I feel like I already talked about it in depth enough in my first review of it. But again, I am definitely looking forward to the next installment. I do hope there will be a next one. Ridley Scott, please, you got to do the next one. Don't listen to all the haters and the naysayers. Haters are gonna hate no matter what. So yeah, there you go. And again, I still remain firm on my rating of 10 out of 10 tamales for Alien Covenant. And then I'll do it for this spoiler talk of it, Alien Covenant. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace. No more MySpace. As always, till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.